Good evening, yarnies, dirty hookers, and fiber fiends. How is everybody doing tonight? Let me adjust my settings here. Um, Everyone, let me know if the audio settings okay, and if you can hear my fan. I had to move my fan to a different spot because it's very warm the past couple days. So if you hear a lot of fan noise, I can turn the speed down so it won't be as strong. So if that is something that's annoying. Um, wasn't able to stream last night. Had some technical issues with OBS. I've got that figured out. OBS can be a pain in the butt, so got that all figured out. So sorry there was no stream last night. It was just Project Linus blankets. That's our Saturdays. So it wasn't like anything instructional or anything unique. It's just working on the same projects that I've got piled up for them. I've got 3 whips for Project Linus. One is almost done, one is just started, and one is halfway done. Actually, I need to go through all of my whips. So, like I said, I've got 8 whips. So I've got the 3 for Project Linus. I got the temperature blanket, which is tonight. Well, that's technically not mine. There is a whip on the channel for Granny Karen. She still has her filet crochet pattern. I have a commission piece that's an eyeball blanket. We did the eyeball square the other week, so I have a commission piece for that I've started. I've got about 7 eyeballs, 8, 7, 8 eyeballs. Got another commission piece. I haven't started that one yet. And my socks, which will be done on streams where I have extra time. I need to do the socks before the end of November. Both socks, 1 pair. Hey there, Lumberjacks lady, how are you? And I started another whip Mondays in November on the stream. It's going to be hang out, watch me crochet. I'm making a crochet, doing good, making solid progress on your sweater. Nice. I think you had posted something in Discord. We're going to do the Discord share in about an hour or so, right after we cut back from our first break. What was I saying? Oh, Mondays in November. How many Mondays are in November? Didn't even pull up my planning calendar. You would think I would know how to do this. Alrighty. Let's see. So 1, 2, 3. There's 4. Smidge down the music. Okay. Is that better? It's about equal to my voice, and your brain is fighting between the two. Thank you. That's what. Do you hear the not that doesn't make sound, but do you hear the sound from my fan? Okay, good. I gotta have the fan because it's warm. So the 4 Mondays in November, I'm going to be making I've already started it. We're going to be making a Christmas tree skirt, a crochet Christmas tree skirt. And if anybody wants the pattern for it, if they want to get the supplies in advance, let me see what the command is. I made a command and I forgot what it was. Here we go. That is the pattern for the Christmas tree skirt. It is a paid pattern, and with that pattern, you get 2 versions of it. You get a medium and a large. It's basically the same thing, just one's a little bit bigger. It's a really pretty old world, vintagey looking pattern, but it's using worsted weight yarn. And so it's using a regular, ordinary size 4 worsted weight yarn, but it uses a 8mm hook, a big old hook. So it's kind of weird trying to use this large of a hook with the worsted weight yarn. Isn't it very pretty? I love it. So I'm doing it in this this off-white color. This is Hirschner's Worsted 8. Again, not a sponsor, but this is in the color Aran. So it's very, very soft, and they have really nice yarns. It's much, much better than a lot of the other acrylic yarns that are comparable. So me and Grammy ETC are fans of Hirschner's, especially their worsted. Oh no, this is not the worsted 8. This is just their worsted. I misspoke. It's their worsted. So I'll show here when I switch the camera my first 10 rows. Now I'm not going to be teaching how to do it because obviously it's a paid pattern. So if anybody wants this pattern or wants to do the pattern, you could purchase. It's not free. It's an instant download from Etsy, and it takes about 1,900 yards. I'm not certain what that is in meters for my metric friends. You can do them whatever color you want. Their example on their pattern, they do it in a white, and they do it in like a burgundy, like a cranberry color. You can do whatever color you want. But okay, now music's a little loud for me. Again, if it's still loud for everybody, let me know. So that is what we're going to be doing in Mondays in November. Hey there, crochet queen named Steffi. How are you? Welcome to my stream. I am the Crafty Cub, mostly crochet. Come the new year, we'll be doing some other fiber arts. Today, I'm just starting right now. Today, on Sundays, we work on our 2023 temperature blanket. I'm playing major catch-up from the summer, so we're going to be working more on that today once we get into it. But pretty much what I do here for the most part is crochet. We're finishing up October, and tomorrow we're doing, and I will give a sneak peek of tomorrow's, a really, really cute Frankenstein pattern, and I'll be teaching how to do it. And then Tuesday, yes, I will be streaming Tuesday on Halloween. We are doing another amigurumi. I'm not a big amigurumi guy, but this one I actually liked, and I followed the instructions, and I know with amigurumi, you usually go down a couple hooks, and it worked perfectly. So we'll be doing that. Again, anybody who's new here, that's what we do in October, the end of the month, obviously. Thursdays, I don't stream. I have a special guest that streams on Thursdays. We do Throwback Thursdays. My special guest is Granny Karen Cakes Marino. She is an elderly lady and feisty, and she won't take lip off of anybody, but she teaches us the old vintage patterns, which that tree skirt pattern has that vintage feel. She is in the middle of a filet crochet pattern with a rooster in it. So she's going to be doing that every Thursday. The next couple Thursdays. She will not be around. There will be no stream on the 16th of November because Granny Karen is going to a drag show. I've given her my ticket since she has helped out on my streams on Thursdays. And there will be no stream on the 23rd of November. That's Thanksgiving Day here in the United States. So I will not be streaming or Granny Karen will not be streaming those days. So that's what happens on Thursdays. And on Saturdays, we do blankets for Project Linus, which is a nonprofit in the US and Canada that accepts handmade, brand new blankets of all types of crafts, either crocheted, knitted, quilted. There's a whole long list. I really need to look at their list so I can repeat it. And they donate them to children of all ages up to age 18 that are in need. So it's a really good charity. So that's what we do here on the stream. So before I get any further, if anybody's in the Discord, and I'm looking at chat, I wasn't ignoring your message there, Lumberjacks lady. Red, green, and white variegated would be pretty. Yes. That's in reference to the Christmas tree skirt. So if anybody is a member of the Discord, or if not, you can join the Discord. Got about last time I checked, there was like over 60 people over there. In the Discord, I put up a poll, and we're gonna show the poll real quick here before we get into what we're doing tonight. So in the poll, I'm asking everybody what their preference is on these crocheted angels. So we have angel number 1, which, let me move it down. So everybody vote in the poll. So there's angel number 1. And these are all from the same designer. So angel number 1. We have angel number 2. Angel number 3. And angel number 4. These are all crochet thread, the light, thin thread that Granny Karen uses on Thursdays. And these will be starched, and they are actual tree toppers, or you can set them on a table as a decoration. So I just want everybody's input on which angel that they like the most. Granny Karen will not be doing the angel. Wait, well, let me discuss with Granny Karen. Yes, Granny Karen will be doing the angel. I'm like, I can't remember if I'm doing it or she's doing it. She will be doing it. She just wants everyone's input. So far, let's see. And that poll will be open until the 7th of December. So on the 7th of December, Granny Karen will see who has the most votes. And so far, angel number 1 has got the most votes, followed by angel number 3, and then angel number 2. Nobody's interested in angel number 4 yet. So if you want, definitely go and vote on your choice. Hey there, Sue. You're going to be lurking mostly. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with lurking. I appreciate the lurk. Carving out the hands of Sponge Boy with a box cutter and foam. Fine. Oh, you mean, I think you mean SpongeBob, but I read it the way you wrote it, but I know what you meant. All right, let me move this. Oh, before I get into our temperature blanket, I will show you what the tree skirt so far looks like. Where is my zoomer? So that is about, I think, 10 rows. I think it's like a 36 row skirt. I think it's supposed to be like 60 inches in diameter, but it is worsted weight yarn. So it's a size 4, and it's using an 8mm hook. So it's using a big boy hook. So it's going to work up a little bit faster and lacier. Again, if anybody wants this, type in ! tree skirt. I'll be working on this on Mondays in November. And when it gets done, I'll be working on some of my other whips on Mondays. Probably my socks. And yeah, I think that's it. How are you, Lady Cricket Bug? Let's move my tree skirt over to the side. I need to make more progress on this big old honking blanket here. Since moving my fan closer to me, and I don't know why I didn't think of it before, I had it over to my right, and the desktop tower for my computer's to my right, but the exhaust fan is facing this way because that's the only way I can get it. I can't put it in a cabinet. What does it say? Pre-roll ads are on. On an ad break to disable them. Okay, I'm ignoring that. It's the only way I can put the the computer. Well, it's exhausting it towards me. Well, if I had the fan over to the right, why am I telling all this? But anyway, just what our streamers do, we just ramble. But it was probably blowing the hot air toward me. So I put it on the other side where the window's open. It's bringing the cool air to, anyway. So it's much cooler, and I'm okay working with this big old monster of a blanket. You're doing good. I'm doing well. You're working on another poncho. Yay for a poncho. If anybody has pics on what you're working on, feel free to share them in the Discord. And about a half hour or so, when we get back from our ad break, we will do do some Discord shares. And thank you, Nightbot. That is the link for the Discord. So I gotta move that calendar to open my other calendar. I'm currently working on the row for July. Are we in July? Yeah, July 27th. Can send you pics of the finished one I did for my youngest niece and the African flower square if you want. Yeah, definitely. I think you the one who had, I think you had mentioned the African flower square before. I've seen a bunch of those on like YouTube and elsewhere online. Yeah, I would love to see what anybody is making or has made in the past. And it's just not crochet, it's just not knitting, it's not just fiber arts, it's whatever your hobby, your interest is. Feel free to share. But just keep on keeping on with this blanket. Again, I don't think I'm going to be doing a temperature blanket for a long time, especially one this large. So I hope everybody's having a good weekend. Mine was pretty good, besides it being a little unseasonably warm. I got it thinking in the low 80s, and that's normally not the temperatures for the end of October. And it feels weird because earlier I was working on that tree skirt with that large hook, and now I'm back to a more suitable hook for this size yarn. And it's it's a weird sensation. I'm like, feel like I'm gonna miss stitches. But when we do our Discord share, I will also give you our sneak peek of tomorrow and Tuesday's projects, so you can get your yarn and whatever if you want to make one with me or have it make one afterwards. I think out of all the ones that I've done, the ones for tomorrow and Tuesday are the cutest. And that right there is the list of sound commands that anybody can interact with. They don't cost anything. They don't cost channel points. They're free for everyone. The way to interact. I also do have channel points for anybody who's interested in that. And I have emotes. I have follower emotes and sub emotes. I guess I've been working from a yarn cakes. Thank you for the follow, Athelflad. I think that's how you pronounce your name. Welcome. I guess I pronounced it right. Yay! Well, I know the beginning part. The A through the L is Athel because I've watched enough videos and documentaries about medieval English royalty, so I knew how to pronounce that. But yes, welcome into my channel. I am the Crafty Cub. Hey there, Sophie. How are you? I saw that you redeemed first, so congrats to Sophie for being first. And I think Sue had said something about that she wasn't able to do it. She was wondering what was wrong, but somebody beat her to it. I have so many ends to weave in on the front of the panel of this sweater due to the intarsia. It's probably going to take the rest of the night. Yes, that is a pain with intarsia. It's all of those little ends. You were here at the beginning, yep. But yes, anybody coming in that's new, I am the Crafty Cub, mostly crochet, but we will be doing other fiber arts. Baby's killing you today? Aw. Sorry. Is everything else going okay with you and your family? I know it's been pretty rough lately. Back hurts, hip hurts, just ache everywhere. I hope it gets better. Currently stitching small granny squares together to make a neckline of this poncho. Fun times had by John. Well, I don't mind joining granny squares. So that's my one commission piece that it's an ongoing thing. It's not going to be anywhere near being ready for Halloween, since that's in 2 days. I haven't got all the squares made yet. That is a granny square piece. It's all of the eyeball square that I did a few weeks ago. Hey there, lady, 1241. How are you? And boo, oh no, you scared me. Well, we're supposed to move in a week and a half, and we still have nowhere to go. Oh, wow. Oh yeah, you did say something about Georgia. I mean, not Georgia. Well, yes, Georgia, but you did say November, and yeah, in a few days it will be November. You are in fact here. Well, I'm glad you're here. I'm doing pretty good. Trying to knock out more of this behemoth that I don't know what I was thinking at the beginning of the year. But that granny square piece that I'm doing, well, it's technically not a granny square. Flama was here. She would say it's not a granny square, but it's the eyeball square that I did a few weeks ago. And a friend of mine has commissioned me to do a blanket and all of the eyeball squares. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 7 of these done, and these all have purple irises, but some are lighter than others. I'm going to do 8 of each color, so I have to do 1 more of this. I still have to do all of the embroidery on the eyeball, and I'm going to do 7 different colors. So I'm going to use up a lot of my scraps for it, and then I'm going to piece it together, and it's going to be all random. So I know how it is for doing granny squares. How many days do I need to catch up on? The row I'm working on right now is for July 27th. I haven't worked on this off stream. I need to do some work behind the scenes on this, because at this rate, it's going to be May till it's done. Wait a minute, let me check something here. Okay. Let me look weird, but it's fine. On post housing, won't take us because we don't have his clearing stamp for Texas yet. Basically saying he has officially done everything he needs to do to move, and the stamp can take up to a week to get. On top of that, housing typically takes a few months, and we don't have that kind of time. No, you don't. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that would be nerve-wracking. I'm sorry that you have to go through all of that. How is he doing? Is he feeling a lot better from both of his medical issues that he's had recently? But yeah, I'm still at the end of July. So I'm what, 3 months behind? Yes. Almost exactly 3 months behind on this blanket. Okay. This song sounds like it's repeating over and over again. It's not. I was getting tired of that song. Again, if it's too loud, let me know. So what is everyone working on? I know got some sweaters and ponchos, and Stu's working on her Halloween costume. Moss Stitch. Hey there, Andrew. How are you? Yes, we were talking about the Moss Stitch in your stream the other night. Yep. Oh, Andrew, how did yesterday go? Did you get the kitty cat? Andrew was gonna adopt a cat yesterday. Got the kitty. Is currently sleeping on your lap. Aww. Is it a kitten? Is it an adult cat? Typically, they would put you in a hotel, to the house, have a house arrest on base. If we can't do that either, we will have all of our stuff, literally 2 dogs, a cat, a toddler, and me, being due within 2 weeks of us getting there. A hotel is not going to cut it. I'm putting a newborn in not putting a newborn in a hotel. No, you're not. Top of you recovering from a C-section? Yeah. No, it does not sound like fun. It's been a whirlwind 24 hours. 6 months old, not quite a kitten, not quite an adult. All. Yes, congrats on your kitty cat. Do we have a name yet? And also, Sophie. And if you don't wanna say, do we have a name for the baby? Because Sophie is very much pregnant at the moment. Working on your shawl poncho. Sasha, the kitty cat's name is Sasha. All. Yes, we all hope that everything gets worked out for you, Sophie. Having to move is one thing, but with a toddler and being very pregnant and moving so many states away at a short notice, and with the animals and oh, I can only imagine. Why am I getting fuzz in my mouth when this is acrylic and doesn't have that much fuzz? Some people criticized it, and I'm like, bitch, don't ever criticize what someone names their pet or child. They ain't asking for that. What? They have criticized you for the cat's name being Sasha? That's weird. I have one very strongly opinionated narcissist friend. Oh, exactly, lady. I'd be like, okay, when you get a cat, don't name it Sasha. Our cats are named things like Pumpkin and Peaches, like those are cute names, but I like human names. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. I went to go with Brinley, but we haven't come up with. Oh, okay. Do we know if it's a boy or a girl? Brinley, I'm assuming it's a girl. I'll call someone's names choices out if they're culturally appropriating or choosing a gender insulting name. Yeah. Oh, it's a girl. Congrats. Let's be real though, they typically choose those names intentionally. Yeah. Yeah, people like the attention. But I kind of like the name Brinley. And I like the name Sasha too. Brinley Sky as a name, but Sky's name is Sky. Oh, okay, yeah. You don't want both children to have the same name, even if one's a middle name and one's a first name. Unless you're George Foreman, you name all your children George Foreman. Foster mom was only confused why I picked the name Sasha because she thought it was a girl's name. I'm like, no, it's literally a masculine Russian name. Yes, it's a nickname of Alexander and Alex. Yes. Yep, Sasha can be male or female. Yeah, you don't want both your children to have the same name. So if you call for one, they both show up. Yeah, that's just confusing for you and for them. Sasha's a great gender neutral name. Yeah, exactly. And yeah, names don't really need gender. Currently purring on your lap. Aw. Sounds like he's bonded with you already. We're on row number 28. No, we're not. July 28th. 8th words. So we're struggling on a middle name. Kind of like Brinley Joe, but it doesn't go with our last name. Hmm. Not certain what names would go with Brinley. Man, I don't know your last name, and I'm not expecting you to share it because the internet and everything. But not really certain. He's so affectionate. Like I actually worry he could have attachment issues, but you figure it out. All. Oh boy. Plus, no judgment, but the initials BJ are probably less than ideal. Think it'll be okay until they get to middle school and high school. Hey there, RJ Nag. How are you? Looking for at least one syllable middle names. Yeah. Yeah, with the name of Brinley, you would probably want the middle name to be a one syllable name. I'm pretty good, RJ Nag. What's going on? Outside opinion always helps. Yep. Your mind's permanently in the gutter. Yeah, mine too. I like Dawn as the middle name as well, but Aaron. But I usually don't like English names. Brinley Dawn sounds pretty good. Ava or Eva. I know there's different people who pronounce it different ways. Got back from the lake from swimming. Nice. I went to middle school and high school with a girl named Eva, EVA. They were originally from Poland, and back in the 80s, with the turmoil and the solidarity and the workers and all of that, they were refugees, political refugees. So she pronounced it Eva. Like BJ Novak is the actor writer from The Office that played Ryan, but I feel like you mentioned that's going to be a tough name in middle school and beyond. Yeah. Messed up with my shawl. I added a few extra stitches so it's uneven, which I shouldn't be a problem, but you can tell. Yeah, I've done, we all know, all us knitters and crocheters know that we've messed up and added or didn't do the right stitch, and it's really not going to show, but we know. We know. So, how was the swim, RJ Nag? I don't know how to swim. Never learned, even though I live in a state that's Water everywhere. Never learned. I got blessed with a middle name that contains two names at the same time, but it's written together. So yeah, but yeah, like um, you have three names, kind of like the name like Mary Ann is like a first name, and then there'll be a middle name. So the foundation chains are shorter than the row you're in, which is going to look okay regardless. But yeah, if it's just a foundation chain, also the most basic English names. It's Marie Ann. I was just guessing. I didn't mean to guess your actual one of your names. Wow, I'm good. I was follow the advice of 30 Rock. Stick to kings and queens of England. There'll never be a President Ashton or a Dr. Katniss. Yeah, Sue Ann Marie. I like that. Right, the water's about -6, which is 21 Fahrenheit. Yeah, that sounds nice and toasty. Anne Marie, yeah, Anne Marie is cute. Imagine having to write this on your all your books and binders in elementary school. Yeah, I went to school with some people with some really long names. Went to high school with a girl named Anne Marie, and I always thought it was a really nice name. Doesn't get the same antiquated feel as something like Peggy Sue. Yeah, I guess I just lucked out. They gave me the name the Crafty Cub, so it was destined to be. You're back fully. My last name contains Y at the end, so I was the last one to be able to write out my full name because obviously you learn the letters in alphabetical. Oh wow! Oh yeah, yeah. Never thought of that. No one had a Z. Alrighty, almost done. July 28th, then we can do the 29th, which was also the same color. Then we're gonna go back to orange. So sick of orange. Yes, those temperatures. Yes, yes. I'm in the U.S., so I use Fahrenheit. Hey there, Jay Z sketch. They're muted, so I have to wave. Um, Everybody check out Jay Z sketch. I'm gonna give him a shout out here. Check out Jay Z sketch. They They cross stitch. They do black work, which is an embroidery closely related to cross stitch, kinda. They embroider. I think they crochet. They draw. They do all different types of artwork. They can't hear me, so I'm gonna have to type. Click on the thing. So yeah, definitely check them out. Okay, I decided to sit at my desk and not on the floor, and mess will be everywhere. Yeah, yeah. If you're carving out something for your costume, you're gonna have a mess. And while we're at it, I'm gonna shout out Andrew. They crochet. They're working on this dahlia doily piece. It's pretty large, and this really pretty dark blue color. At least it's dark blue on my end. Alrighty. And you're hard to describe. Well, it's like a doily mandala type piece, textured and in the round. Yep, it's pretty. Really pretty. Didn't you say it's going to be a gift? I think you said. Gift for your doctor's office. Nice. You hate insulin. Oh, you have to give yourself injections. Okay. Your thought. Oh, I'm sorry. Move this whole. I think I'd have arms of a bodybuilder after moving this around. At least not in your stomach. Well, yeah, that is a good thing, but still. Okay. This red yarn's a little dark, and I can't really see where to put the stitch, but luckily I can do this by feel. In about 5 minutes, we're going to go to add. I know ads are a pain in the butt, but it's only a minute long. It does help my channel. When we get back from that short ad break, we'll do the Discord share, and then I will give you a sneak peek of tomorrow and Tuesday's projects that we'll be doing. They will be teaching crochet along ones. So if anybody wants to do some last minute little Halloween items that are super adorable, and I might make a whole bunch of them and then next year possibly sell them. I don't know how crocheting with the kitty is going to be, since when I used the PC for the first time this morning, he just laid in your lap and slept, so hopefully he can coexist. Yeah. He'll be extra comfy and cozy with all the warmth from the yarn. Probably make the length of the shawl way longer. Then, yeah, that's, with shawls, that's kind of like a neat thing with most shawl patterns. You can expand them. If you don't mind, please tell me that's not because of the pregnancy, but that was a thing before already. Oh, it's Sophie, yeah, with the diabetes. Yeah, I'm not certain. But Andrew, Sasha's gonna be all comfy and cozy with all of that yarn. Curious how pregnancy works, as my mom adopted me, never went through a birth, so totally dependent on the internet. I know not all mothers, when they're pregnant, get gestational diabetes, so it's not a guarantee thing. It's gestational diabetes, yes, but I probably had it before. That's why your OB said. So after I have the baby, I have to wait 6 weeks for my body to go back to normal. Have to get tested. Yeah. Hey there, Gary. How are you? Welcome in. Working on the project that will never end. Just like the lamb chop song. This isn't the song that never ends. This is the blanket that never ends. Frozen popsicle? Like frozen popsicle. You're having a frozen popsicle? What flavor? Now I want a popsicle. Oh, you feel like one. Not, oh, you're over in the Midwest. Here it's still a little warm. It's not hot, hot, but I guess that cold front's coming across the country. Alrighty, we're gonna have an ad break in less than a minute. Not all, no, not all at once, but you have once you have gestational diabetes, you like to get type 2 later in life. They test you every year to make sure yeah. We warmed up from 15 to 21. Oh, wow. In Texas, it was cold and rainy. Ooh. Yeah, all that stuff is coming our way. Alrighty. We're going to go into a quick little ad break. When we get back from the ad, we will do some Discord sharing, and I will share our sneak peek for tomorrow and Tuesday for Halloween. So I will be back right after this break. All right, everybody. I think we might be all back from ad break. I think. Possibly. Maybe. Let me catch up with the chat here. She says, okay, it's good to know. One more thing I learned that makes it more to truly think about getting pregnant. Not all pregnant women experience it, but it can happen. Yeah, exactly. I did know that. Yeah, definitely. Definitely thank you for the info and for any info that anybody gives anywhere on here. That's what it's all about. Okay, we're going to do some Discord sharing. This music reminds me of the beginning of Willy Wonka the Chocolate Factory with Johnny Depp. I haven't seen that one. I've only ever seen the original, the Gene Wilder one. I know the Johnny Depp one's been out many, many years, but I have only seen the Gene Wilder one. All right, we're going to get the thing. Nope, I haven't. Yeah, the Gene Wilder one came out in the early 70s. Yeah. That's all I know who's in it. Everyone else isn't really like well-known people. Alrighty. So, we're going to do some Discord sharing here. This is from Anna. Anna is the one who designed my ad break graphic, the blue thing that says after these messages. She's the one who designed that. And this is a little cute sunflower purse charm that she made. I know back in the summer when I was doing my garden theme for the gardens, the Granny event I did all month. I did it, not Granny Karen. I did a bunch of, well, they were mostly there were a lot of flowers, and there was a couple of them that she did. But this is super, super adorable. I love the texture of the petals. She got like the colors perfect with it, and it kind of matches her purse. So that is from Anna. So we want to thank Anna for sharing. This is Mama Rita's. The other day when I was doing the bat square, this exact square, she was crocheting along with me, and hers came out super cute. Actually, I think hers came out cuter than mine did. I like thank you for the gong. And hey there, Knitter Girl. That explains why I don't know about it. Super cute. Oh my god, the little bat. Yes, yeah, I did one. Which one? I gotta remember what colors mine were. And it was just the other day. Mine was still gray, but my background was like a tan color, and my eyes look kind of. Mine look a little weird. But this here is Mama Rita's, so she did a great job with it. Perfect for this the season that we are in at the moment. So thank you, Mama Rita. We've got a amigurumi from Linda Davis. This looks like a little alligator. I'm assuming it's an alligator because it's got the little nose things here. It could be a dinosaur, but I think it's an alligator. Okay, I don't know why the hallelujah didn't work. I saw you post that there in there, Gary. Yeah, I'm not certain why it didn't work. I checked it earlier before I went live, and it worked. So maybe there's some issue with it at the moment. So yeah, this is a cute little an alligator, Amy, and she's using the safety eyes. I've never used safety eyes. Anytime I go to put eyes on something, which I've never put eyes on an amigurumi, I don't do that much amigurumi, but I usually do an embroidery stitches, but those are really, really, really cute. I like the little yellow on the belly. So that is from Linda Davis. Let's see here. Oh, we've got a bunch of stuff from Rebecca. Some projects done in the past, 4 of them are corner to corner, and 1 is an amigurumi. So here we have a corner to corner. Did you bork my sound commands? I'm going to try it. It worked for me. I think Gary broke the sound commands. I'm joking. You didn't break it, Gary. So this is a corner to corner piece, and exactly how it sounds, you do these rows diagonally from corner to corner. So that's a cute little heart, and I know all that's involved with this. This is actually a simpler one. You don't have to have tons of bobbins, but you got to have a separate bobbin for the pink on this side than the pink on this side, because you don't want your pink traveling through. So same thing with the black. The black, because you don't want the black going through the middle of the heart. So that is a corner to corner that Rebecca did. We're going to see what else. Oh, we got a little polar bear. And I know these are sideways, but that's fine. You can get the idea of it. Oh, there you got the frogging one right. Hey there, fairy dust. How are you, lot lizard? How are you feeling? I know the other week you weren't feeling well. We're just doing some Discord shares at the moment, and then we're gonna share. You're gonna get a sneak peek and an idea of what we're doing for tomorrow and for Tuesday. So if everybody wants to get their yarn and their supplies together, if they want to crochet along. So this is a little polar bear. Well, I shouldn't say little. It's a polar bear corner to corner blanket. Super, super cute. I love his scarf and the little pink part of his ears. Or her. Could be her. And we got a butterfly. This would have been perfect if I still had my butterfly sound effect, but I got rid of it. So we got a little butterfly. I like the contrast between the yellow and the pinks and the blues. Great contrast. And then we got a baby little, is that a penguin? Yeah, it's a baby little penguin. Oh, I've never made a full corner to corner piece before. I've only ever done like a small little sample. I've never done a full corner to corner. So that's something I need to work on. And I've never done a lot of this color work. So, cute little penguin there waving to everybody. And then we have an Amy that Rebecca did. And I think this is a fish of some sort. I think these are the fins. Lots of texture. Lots of texture in this. It's a chenille yarn, but then it's got these popcorn stitches that adds a lot of the texture to it. So that is some of the finished objects that Rebecca has popped into the Discord. And here we got something from Notewood. Now, I know it's a pumpkin, so I don't know what Notewood did to create. Yeah, oh, there's Notewood. Hey, Notewood. What did you do to get the color? To do all the colors here? Now there's the black. I mean, the white, obviously. Yeah, it's a Wendigo, yeah. But, like, what is the technique for this? You pull the skin for the paint? Oh, so you shaved off part of the rind. You removed part of the rind of the pumpkin. So that's kind of cool. With an X-Acto knife. Very, very neat. Very nice. Like, I gotta keep up with chat. There's so much going on in here. Fairy Dust is okay, but tired of working doubles and working in your days off. Yeah, I know one of the last times you were in here, you had to go in to do a double. Gary's messed up the audio clips again, the audio commands. And then I will have a new baby blanket to share this week. Got to finish the border on on row 6 of 8 of the border. Gotcha, Fairy Dust. Okay, I'm just keeping up. Notewood said it's not that bright in person. Well, it looks amazing. Great work there, Notewood. I haven't carved a pumpkin in I don't know how many years. Here is Lumberjack's Lady, the Antartia that she was working on, the knitted. Did you say this is going to be a Harry Potter sweater? So I'm assuming that's a R for Ron, maybe? Because I know those are like Harry Potter colors. Your work is really, really pretty. Again, I don't knit. I need to knit. I need to learn, well, get better at knitting. But I like how even your stitches are. They requested Ron sweater. You're doing great work. So that is a type of knitting called intarsia, where you put the colors in the row at certain parts to form pictures. You can do intarsia in crochet as well. So thank you, Lumberjack's Lady. And then we've got Cricket Bug, Lady Cricket Bug, some ponchos. This poncho is gorgeous. I love it. I love the colors, the subtle colors with the cream or the tan, and then the very pale dusty purple as the collar and the joining. It's the same poncho on both pictures. Okay. Yeah, this is very spring, summery, summer feeling. So let's click to the next one. Oh, and that's the back. Oh, wow. Yeah. You love the colors of the poncho. You're going to marry the poncho? Okay. Well, you hear it here first. Their Fairy Dust and this poncho are engaged. Yeah, that is super, super pretty. Your niece's favorite colors are pastel and white. Oh, it's a second way you can wear it. Oh, okay. Yes, Notewood, flower power. Very, very pretty. And we've got Sophie, current shawl that Sophie's working on. I see. Are these doubles or triples? They kind of look like triples to me. I like that gray color too. I like a lot of grays. Oh, triples and doubles. Very, very nice. It looks like it's very warm. It looks very warm and squishy. Alrighty. So I think that's it for the shares over on the Discord. Let's move that out of the way. Thank you everybody who has shared on the Discord. I appreciate it. And if anybody is not a member of the Discord and wants to join and share any of your work or ask questions and learn, and can be any type of craft, any type of hobby. Like Notewood posted the picture of the jack-o'-lantern, the Wendigo pumpkin. It could be knitted, crochet. You could do knitting, crochet, drawing, painting, photography, stamp collecting. I don't know, anything you can think of. So feel free to join over there. It's our little community off stream. And speaking of stuff I'm going to share this tomorrow on the Discord, but I'm going to show tonight. So tomorrow night, our crochet motif item that I'm going to teach is this cute Frankenstein. Let me zoom out. cute Frankenstein candy pouch. And I don't have any candy here, because if I had the candy here, it wouldn't be here. It would be in my stomach. So this is a pouch. You can put anything in here, actually. And it is super, super adorable. This is great for some scrap yarn. You're going to use mostly the green, obviously, and then a little bit of black. Doing this, the hair part right there is super easy and super fun. It's all the body is singles. Even these spike stitches are singles. I think everything here is a single, if I remember correctly. Yeah, even the bolts, the arms, and the legs are singles. And then it's just some embroidery. Well, I think this might be doubles for the white of the eye. And then you make another one for the back. If anybody wants this now, that is the pattern for it. It is a free pattern from Anchor Crafts. But I will be doing this tomorrow on stream. So it just takes some green, some black, and a gray. I use 2 different grays for his feet and the screws or the bolts on his head. You can use the same. Use whatever you got. Makes you want to watch Young Frankenstein. Yes. It's all about that base, no trouble. Oh, okay. You're referring to the treble crochets. Sorry, I wasn't keeping up with chat. So we're going to do this cute little pouch. In the pattern, they have you chain and make a loop here, which that's optional. I didn't put a loop on mine. You could even make a longer one. It could be like a shoulder bag or whatever. And it's cute you could get a lot of candy in here. I mean, it's about roughly the size of my hand. Would make a nice cell phone holder for an eccentric old lady. Yeah, Grammy wants one of these to hold her cell phone. To see her walking around with this year round. But you can put all different stuff in here. It doesn't have to be just candy. So it'd be a good like a party favor, like a treat bag type thing. If you're having a little part, I wouldn't make all these for your trick-or-treaters, that's a lot. But like if you're having an actual party, and the pattern also suggests you can do this in a purple, which that'd be kind of interesting. Eccentric old lady, the argument from the lot lizard. Thank you, Knitter Girl, for getting the links for my YouTube and my merch. I appreciate it. And yes, I do have a merch store, so if you want to check out merch, Knitter Girl, I might have to make you a mod at some point. But if you want merch, this shirt here is part of my merch, except yours will have the lettering in the same color as the ball of yarn. I have the pink version. There is a blue version. And there is also a crochet term, like a word cloud version. So we're going to be doing our little Frankenstein tomorrow night. So that's for tomorrow. And then for Tuesday, if you're here on Halloween, we're going to do another Ammy. I've only ever done a few Ammys. Our first Ammy we did back in September was our little acorn. Cute little acorn. The other Ammys we did, technically they're an Ammy, but they're not a true Ammy. We're the plushy 3-dimensional pumpkins. Thank you for the gong, Gary. Yes, Fairy Dust, be nice. The centerpiece decorative pumpkins, those were technically an Ammy, but they weren't. They were like a variation of an Ammy. This here is a more traditional Ammy stitch. And we are doing this cute candy corn amigurumi. Your boy is not an amigurumi fan, but I really love this. And I've learned some amigurumi techniques, especially for joining and decreasing to do invisible decreasing. And I love candy corn. I know it's one of those topics, it's one of those candies that divides people. but I am in the candy corn what do you call it? Camp. I am a candy corn fan. So we're going to be doing this on Tuesday. And this is worsted weight yarn. This yarn here is the exact same yarn I'm using in my blanket, but it is using a 3.5 millimeter hook. So you're using a much smaller hook with this, and that's how you get your tight stitches. And I'm proud of it. So that is what we will be doing tomorrow and Tuesday. They just need to offer smaller quantities, like M&M's bag for candy corn. They do. I know you can get like if you're in the US, I don't know if they have it anywhere else. Brock's brand at certain stores. I don't know if they still do it, but I remember seeing some little small ones, like a Halloween, so like you just put the little bag in like a treat bag and in your for trick or treaters. Kind of like at Valentine's, the little boxes of conversation hearts, but with candy corn. Yep. I don't know if other brands have it, but I have seen those in the past. Mainly because I've used to work retail for many, many, many years, and again, I don't know if they still do it. Because candy corn, if you're just like if you're gonna hand that out at Halloween, they should be in individual sealed bags, not just a handful of candy corn. No, no. But that is what we're gonna wrap up October with. I think the Frankenstein, the candy corn, and the eyeballs are my favorite ones that I've done this month so far. Oh, and the ghost oily. Can't forget the ghost oily. No, because I like it, but not enough for the size of bags you usually see them in. Okay, yeah, I get that. And because you got lots of those prepackaged candy corn packets in your trick or treat pillowcase. Yes, Grammy is correct. And you read that right, and you heard that right. Pillowcase. You didn't have the little jack-o'-lantern pail. No. Where I lived, it was a pretty large neighborhood, and they would bring in kids by the carloads into our neighborhood, and we would use pillowcases. That was our trick or treat bags. But yeah, I didn't have any Halloween candy this year. I don't think I'm going to. Oh, thank you for the 50 biddies there, Gary. I appreciate it. You didn't have to do that, but I appreciate it. And sorry all the sound commands weren't working for you. My Streamlabs chatbot sometimes gets a little finicky, and it'll work for me, but then it won't work for my followers or my viewers, and it's like, what's wrong with you, chatbot? That's for breaking the gong. I didn't do anything to the gong. You're the one who gonged. Is that even a word, gonged? Hey there, Krusty Customs. How are you doing? How is the nun coming along? I'm pretty good. I'm still working on this project that I don't know why I made it this big. It is if we say so. Okay. Face is done. Just the hood. Wow. Making progress. If nobody knows what I am talking about, I'm going to zoom back up into my Discord because Krusty posted in my Discord a while ago. They're wood burning this. Is this from The Conjuring? And I think there's a nun. I don't know all the movies. I know there's a bunch of movies that there's this nun character, this demonic type nun. So that is what Krusty's working on, and they said that the face is done, and they're just still working on the hood, just in time for all the Halloween feels. Yes, that is amazing wood burning skills. He's done a whole bunch of other ones. If you're not following Krusty's Customs, go and watch their channel. It is 18 plus. There is some off-color humor, which if you're in my stream, you will probably take no offense to that because at times we can have some off-color humor. But he's a welder, but then also does a lot of wood burning on his stream. And you're part of Moco Loco, right? Am I mistaken in that? That's what I thought. Yep. He's one of part of Moco Loco. So definitely check him out. My wood burning skills are limited to a bonfire. Mine too, Fairy Dust. Mine too. But before you came in, I don't know if you saw, Krusty's. Tomorrow I'm going to be making this super adorable Frankenstein candy pouch. But you can get a lot of goodies in this little bag here, this little guy. So we're doing our little Frankenstein. And then on Tuesday we're doing a candy corn amigurumi, 3-dimensional. I'm venturing into the Ami world. Oh. Yep. And that is going to round out our Halloween themed stuff. And I've already made samples for Thanksgiving, and I'm not going to show those. I'll show those later on. Oh, and then also at the beginning of the stream, I showed this. I'm going to be doing this on Mondays in November. We're going to be doing a tree skirt, a Christmas tree skirt. That is the pattern that I'm going to be working on. It is a pattern on Etsy. And I've started it. I've got about 10 rows done, or rounds done. So this is going to be like a 60-inch wide tree skirt. It's substantial. Using worsted weight yarn and a size 8mm hook. So you're using a big old hook with that. So if anybody is interested in making a Christmas tree skirt, that might be something to think about. You can make it in any color you want, obviously. So that is what we will be doing on our Mondays in November. Where am I? Oh, I'm getting ready to change colors. Back to orange. I'm okay with orange in small projects, but in this blanket, I am tired of it. Up in the orange blanket, yeah. I mean, there's other colors too. It's just orange on my range is in the 80s in this part of the country. Summertime is mostly in the 80s. And I haven't checked the weather, the temperature for yesterday, but I think it was supposed to get up in the low 80s yesterday. I don't know if it did. It felt a little warm, but I don't know how high it got. So there will be possibly some orange in October. And I am on, where am I? Wrong calendar. I'm doing literally the last stitch for July 29th. And now some orange. But I know in August, if I looked correctly, if I remember correctly, yes, there will be some yellow. So this isn't going to be all orange. There'll be some yellow, which I'm okay with. Let me cut my red. Wait a minute. That cut in two places. How did I cut that yarn and it cut in two places? That's weird. That's magic. I was in the Traveling Tatter stream yesterday. She was part of the Dinosaur Stream Fest, and she did a little magic. Why am I doing a double crochet? She did a little magic thing to show how she does tatting, and she had a little cauldron. So I think I just learned some magic from her. Have all tails but one woven in and the shoulders sewn together. I'm done with this project for the weekend. As you can see here, I got lots of tails to weave in. So I'll do that. Plus I have tails from back in the spring. I'll do that at the end. Thank you for the lurk, Notewood. I appreciate it. Let me move my red. I don't think I'm going to need my red for a little bit. And now we're going to do our our flip. If you don't hear from me in the Discord for a few days, you'll know that this blanket devoured me. Alrighty, I need 2 rows of orange, and then we go to yellow. Okay, so there'll be some contrast, so at least there is that. Rep from the whip, yeah. But come January, February, I can't say that word normally, much less on stream. It's usually pretty cold here. I mean, not as cold as other parts of the world, but it can get cold here, so we're gonna get some use out of this, hopefully. Words are hard every day, Grammy. You know this. Grammy's gonna know this. Years ago, I could never pronounce the word variety, but I have learned. And I wasn't like a little kid. I was in my 20s and I couldn't pronounce the word variety. Now I have to enunciate that word. So, words are very hard. And I'm not used to working out of a skein or a ball of yarn because it's creating so much tension. I didn't cake up this skein. So I gotta stop and pull more out. I plan on streaming a little bit longer tonight, mainly to get a lot of this done. I want more progress on it. I don't know if I'm going to get, and I know I'm not going to get all of August done. I haven't even gotten to August yet, but I want to make a bit of a dent into August. Also in November, if I get the tree skirt done, which I probably will because I'm already 10 rows into it and it's got 36 rows. I will be working on my socks on Mondays. Oh, also, I mentioned this at the beginning of the stream. I'm going to mention it one more time. I might mention it a couple times tonight. So if you're on the if you're part of the Discord, and there's the link for the Discord, I have a poll. In the poll, there are 4 choices of crocheted angels for Granny Karen to do on a Thursday in December. So if you don't mind, go over there and vote. There's angel number 1. There's angel number 2. Angel number 3. And angel number 4. So that the votes will be open all through November into, I think, the very first week of December, I think the 7th, that's a Thursday. And then I'll see what the highest score is. Well, score. We'll see who won the vote. Words. Wow, words. So go and check over there and vote, please. I would like everyone's feedback. And whatever is the winner, Granny Karen will do it on stream. So it is a angel tree topper, or you can set it on a table or whatever. Hey there, Heather. How are you? I was in your stream earlier, lurking. Didn't really say anything. I was just popping in. I was lurking in a couple people's streams. I know you were knitting. I wasn't exactly certain what you were knitting. Oh, no problem. Talking way more than knitting. Yeah, that happens. If you're not following Heather, go and check out her channel. Multi-crafter over there. Fingersmiths for the creepy craft line. Oh, yes. That's another thing. If I'm going to shout you out real quick. So there's the shout out to go follow her. And if you are a follower of hers and if you are part of her Discord, in her Discord, she has a creepy craft along. Oh, you're welcome. She's got a creepy craft along in her Discord. If you post a Halloween spooky um, project, I think that you said the deadline is the first. You only have a couple more days for that, and you can win a prize. Was lurking too, and you do beautiful color work. Couldn't type in chat. She does. You do beautiful color work, and she finds some of the most gorgeous yarns I've ever seen. I've threatened that I want to go and steal her yarn. Right now, I'm being attacked by my temperature blanket. By the end of Tuesday, yep. So, yeah, follow Heather, join her Discord. If you have a spooky, creepy project, put it in the creepy craft along in her Discord, and you could win. I don't know if you were in here when I was showing off what I'm going to be doing tomorrow and Thursday. Tomorrow, I got to zoom back out. Come on, do the thing. Tomorrow, I am going to show how to do this cute Frankenstein candy pouch. I don't have any young children in my life. Well, there is one, Clay Miko's daughter, but I just want a whole bunch of these for myself. They're super, super cute. This is from a free pattern from Anchor Crafts. Isn't it cute? And if anybody wants this pattern now and wants to end up crocheting along with me tomorrow, that is the pattern for it. It's good for using up your scraps, especially for the extra colors. And it uses some embroidery, and these are actual buttons. So if you got some extra buttons laying around, if you don't, you can always do a little round for the eyes. So a cute little Frankenstein candy pouch. And then Tuesday, we are doing a candy corn amigurumi, and I am learning how to do amigurumis like the real way, with a smaller hook and invisible decreases and invisible seamless joins. So I'm all excited about those two pieces. And you know what? What the heck? While I'm at it, I'm going to give a sneak peek to everybody for what I'm doing on the first two Tuesdays in November. So here in the United States, November, the holiday in November doesn't it? And like for one of my first, it's not my very first, but it's my first amigurumi doing invisible decreases and the seamless joins. I think I did pretty good. Actually, no, this was all yarn overs. I did use a much smaller hook. It's a worsted weight yarn, and I used a 3.5 millimeter hook. I followed the pattern. The pattern just said yarn over. It didn't do yarn under. But the next time I make this, maybe on stream, we might do a little test. Tuesday on stream, I might do some yarn unders. Yeah, I'll probably do yarn under on that one to see if there's a difference. So, here in the U.S., in November, the holiday is Thanksgiving. It's all about turkeys. So, our first, you do now, and I really like the way that looks. So, in our first Tuesday, we're doing this cute little turkey. It could be a coaster, it could be an applique, it could be a little ornament, it could be a little. Actually, it would be kind of cute if you were having like a If you wanted, you can like embroider people's names on them, and they can be like place settings, like the name cards for. So it's a cute little turkey uh, coaster or applique, and he uses a scrap yarn. And then the next one we're going to do, the second Tuesday, they call this a coaster. If I would use a smaller hook and thinner yarn, it would be a coaster. Excuse me. This is more of a hot pad. So it could work as a hot pad. But we've got this cute turkey. His eyeballs are a little bit grimy. It was like it's a little scary with his big eyeballs, but he just found out he's going to be the dinner, so that's why his eyes are so big. Um, you can use whatever color you want in whatever order. There are no set colors, so get out all your fall turkey Thanksgiving themed colors. And if you got some scraps, this would be great. The back of mine is white. You can do whatever color you want. The pattern, and the pattern for this, I don't have the patterns for these yet. Well, I have them, but I don't have them queued up. They are suggesting for the eyes and the beak and the little, what do you call that part that thing that hangs down next to its nose? They did it in felt, but I just did I did these in crocheted rounds, magic circles, and I just did some embroidery stitches. So, it's more of a hot pad than a coaster, unless you have a really big beverage. That is for the first two Tuesdays in November. The third Tuesday in November, I'm not making a sample. I'll be making it on stream. It's Thanksgiving themed. It's a surprise, and hopefully it'll turn out. Oh. Knitter girl, you scare me. Usually, and anybody can use that command. Usually when I hear that, it means that one of my mods comes in. But yeah, the one I'm gonna do, there's a surprise one. It's gonna be kind of funny because it's kind of funny looking. No, 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 no. You didn't really scare me, and even if you did, that's fine too. I don't really have any specific jump scare sound effects for my stream, but that one has scared me, and then if I'm not paying attention, the gong one has scared me. There is a clip of Grammy hitting the gong and unintentionally startling me. But it's all good. As it is now, I'm not certain if I'm going to be streaming the week of Thanksgiving, which is the 4th Thursday in November. I know I'm not streaming on Thanksgiving on that day exactly, but I don't know if I'm doing any streams earlier in that week. If it is, I don't have anything planned. If I do decide to stream, I'll probably get up this temperature blanket and work more on it. There's a whole bunch of stuff planned for December. Granny Karen will be on Thursday. The next couple Thursdays, she'll be working on her filet crochet pattern, the rooster. She'll probably be working on that every Thursday until she ends up going to the drag show. And then after Thanksgiving, when she resumes, she's going to be doing some Christmas things. Shame they won't let you use the Thriller as a sound command. Okay, Grammy. Um, I can use any sound I want as a sound command. And I have it set up where the audio that comes from the what do you call it? From the desktop, so the music that plays, and I think the sound commands. I'm not certain. Well, maybe not certain if the sound commands go through, but I have it set up where it won't show up in the VOD or on the YouTube when I upload the VOD. And no, I'm not setting that up. And luckily, thankfully, nobody else can add sounds to my stream. It has to be ones that I set up. So, story behind that is, to this day, I am petrified of that song Thriller after dark. I can listen to it during the day, but right now it's after dark. I had to double check to make certain it was dark. If it comes on, I have to turn the radio off, or if my playlist is on shuffle and it comes on, I gotta skip it. I was scarred with that song at a young age when that song came out. Yes, I am that old. And to this day, can't listen to it. Again, the sun is out, I'm fine. Okay, I'm not even marking off my calendar. I'm being a bad, what do you call it? I gotta mark my little check marks. You're that old too. As a young child, Crafty was easily terrified. Well, I did have an older sibling that did their fair share of terrorizing. And they are the one who instilled the fear of Thriller in me. That's what siblings do. I was easily terrified. In fact, when I was young, there was a house in the neighborhood that every year would do a haunted house, like a walkthrough. Like you would walk through, like, was it their backyard, and then enter in through the house, through the back, and then go through the house, and then out the front door. And like the family members would all dress up, and it was my my sibling went, the one who terrified me. I never went through it, even when I got older. So I never experienced it. I wore out the 78 on the Thriller album when I was little. Wait a minute. You had it on 78? I thought it came on a 33 and a third. There were grown ass adults that wouldn't go through that house. Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah. I know that there were 33s, 45s, and 78s, but I didn't know Thriller was on the album was on a 78. Usually the 45s were like a single or like a couple songs on each side. Correct me if I'm wrong, Grammy, but isn't that usually what it was? The whole album wasn't on a 45, but I didn't know that Thriller was on a 78. Those of you who don't know what we're talking about, anybody who's young, vinyl records. Even though vinyl has been making a comeback in the past couple years, they have a similar feel. I have a similar fear of Raffaello Praliner's thunderstorm made a commercial go haywire on the TV, and then a power outage. Little Sue scared in the dark, shitless, hated coconut flavor from that day on. Oh wow, wow. Okay, that would make me mad because I love coconut. I could go for an almond joy right now, or if you are in Europe or parts of Europe, I think they call it a bounty bar. I think that's their one of the big. I think at least in the UK, I think that's what that's called. Yeah, no, 45s are the singles. Wore out Ghostbusters on the 45. Yeah. Okay, just got the notification. We're gonna have a ad starting in about 30 seconds or so. I love coconut water, but like the sweet flakes give me such a hard time when it's pastry on top of cookie. Yeah, bounty, but sadly no almonds. Yeah, yeah. I've never had a bounty bar, but I've seen enough YouTubers trying out candy and foods from other countries. All right, we're going to have an ad for about a minute. When I get back from the ad, we will continue more on this blanket. It's a good time to stretch, get something to drink, use the restroom, all that good stuff. So I'll be back in roughly a minute. Alrighty, think we're back from ad. Okay, catch up with chat. Bounty's European. Yes, Bounty's European. It might be in other nations. We don't have Bounty candy bars in the US that I know of. Maybe specialty shops might have it. Here in the US, if you mention Bounty, it's a brand of paper towels to like clean up. That's something different. I don't think you want to eat Bounty paper towels. Had a 33 of Miami Vice when I was young. You belong to the city. Oh, wow. You're a dork. Yeah, you are a dork, Fairy Dust. Bounty is more like Mounds in the US. Okay. In the US, Almond Joy is coconut covered in milk chocolate with an almond. Like the almond is sitting on top of the coconut and the whole thing's covered in milk chocolate. A Mounds is the same thing, no almond, but it's dark chocolate. So it's like Brits say Hoover to a vacuum. Well, Hoover is a brand name, at least here in the United States. I don't know if it's a brand name elsewhere. So it's a brand of vacuum. Like we got all different brands. Just Almond Joy's got nuts, Mounds Nut. Oh my god! Now I got the theme song on my head. Just consulted with a stereo pro in the house. Doesn't sound logical, but for whatever reason, 33s were the standard album size. 78s were the next size down, about 10 inches in diameter. 45s are the little records, usually just one song on those. Yeah. And I know the number is the revolutions per minute. I know that, but it's like saying Coke in the South. You mean a fizzy soda drink, but just call it Coke regardless of the brand? Yes. Or Kleenex. Here in the US, facial tissue, stuff that you use to blow your nose, there's a brand name called Kleenex. Everybody just calls it Kleenex, even though it's not necessarily that brand. Same type of thing. Yeah, like Bounty is a paper towel brand in the US and is sweet in the US. Yeah. And in Europe. But again, they're different companies. They just use the same, they just happen to have the same name between Bounty in the US and Bounty in Europe. They're not, it's not the same company. But curious that they never started a fight because of the names. Well, they don't compete in the same market. They don't compete in the same market, meaning the same product line or the same country. So there is that. But we do have some European candies here, like Nestle. We've had Nestle here forever. We can get Cadbury. What else can we get? Ferrero Rocher. We can get some Ferrero Rocher. We can get the Ferrero Rocher. We can get Nutella, which is made by Ferrero. We can get Lindt or Lindor chocolate. Bueno, yes. Ferrero Rocher is, oh my god, that's so good. We can get Kinder. Well, I think Bueno here is made by Kinder. But the Kinder eggs here in the US are different than elsewhere because there is a law. There's a US law that you can't have small toys in candy because of a choking hazard. So you don't have the small little toys. Yes, real Kinder eggs are illegal in the US. Yes. Trying to think of some other international candies that we have here. Those are the only ones I can really think of. I usually bring some back with me when I travel back to give them to friends. Haribo, yes, yes. We have Haribo. America laws. Yeah. Well, that's a federal law. That's a federal. It's not really a law. It's a restriction, guideline, whatever they call it. It's not really. I don't think it's an actual law. An act. Yeah. But I heard Haribo in the U.S. tastes different than Haribo in Europe. I could be wrong. I'm not a big fan of gummy candies anyway. I think they do other stuff too, but most of it's gummy. Americans would eat anything that isn't nailed to the floor and without bothering to check for tiny toys inside. Yep, you got it. And you know what? Americans will probably eat things that are nailed to the floor. I mean, we'll eat just about anything. I mean, look at a lot of state fairs with all their fried foods, and not just normal fried chicken, but like fried Oreos and fried Twinkies and fried Coca-Cola. Yes, some state fairs you can get fried Coca-Cola. Because kids aren't smart enough to not eat toys out of plastic eggs that has chocolate around. Yep. Once heard a joke that I like how you say Americans are the reason coffee cups have the caution hot warning on them. Because if it isn't stated, Karens can sue you for anything. Actually, Sue, that's not a joke. Back in the 90s, there was a woman drive through McDonald's, scalded herself with the coffee. She sued them. So yes, that is why they the paper coffee cups at any place you get coffee does say caution, contents are hot. So it's not a joke. Seeing that most Hershey products are now produced in Mexico, does that make Kisses a fine imported chocolate? No. And I'm American. I grew up on Hershey, and Hershey just tastes like wax. Tastes like a brown crayon. Not that I've eaten crayons. Hell, the adults here aren't smart enough to even get inside out of the rain. Yep. To be fair, though, they had the coffee temperatures about double what it should have been, and she literally ended up with a third degree burns and was in the hospital. Yes, true, but we are also the country that on an electric hair dryer says do not use while in the shower. Good old US of A. Hey there, Mama Rita. Mama Rita, we shared on Discord. We loved your little bat square that you made. Yours is actually cuter than mine. Yours is cuter. Well, if that makes you feel any better, that just won't allow plug sockets in bathrooms here in the UK. Yes. Yep. Thank you. Yours is perfect. Oh, thank you. Also, jar of peanut butter here is a warning that it contains peanut products. Thank you. Also, common sense got deleted entirely from Evolution in Florida Man. Oh, let's not get started on Florida Man. And if anybody here lives in Florida, I'm not ragging on the state of Florida. It's just There have been lots of news stories, and if you live in Florida, you all know. My daughter loved it. She took it. Oh, your daughter loved the bat? Oh, yeah, it was super cute. Actually, you weren't here. Do you want to see something really, really cute, Mama Rita, that we're doing tomorrow? And something we're doing on Tuesday. So tomorrow, you zoom on out. We're doing this super cute Frankenstein candy pouch. The free pattern from Anchor Crafts. And you can get quite, that's why we're talking about candies and a bunch of other stuff here about the US. That's what you came in on. So you can get a lot of candy in here. And it's super cute and adorable. I'm obsessed with him. The pattern also suggests you could do it on purple, which might be kind of cute. So we've got a great puppet, except you'd have to do a little puppet show like this. Like, it almost, actually, if you made this out of cotton yarn, all cotton yarn, I wouldn't use the plastic buttons. But if you did all cotton yarn, it could be a good bath mitt for the kids. Midnight there in the UK. Okay, thank you, Lady Cricket Bug, and thank you for your shares that you shared in the Discord. You have a good evening. I'm glad you stopped in. So we're doing this tomorrow night. Cute little Frankenstein. And then, and I didn't even share the pattern, the link for this. I'm going to pull all-nighter, but almost done with the first hand. You can do it. You can do it, Sue. And then on Tuesday, we're doing this cute candy corn amigurumi. This is from, it's a free pattern. This is from a website called Grace and Yarn. So I'm getting into Amis, and I'm learning how to do invisible decreases and seamless joins. So we're going to do our little candy corn. But in the meantime, we're still working on temperature blanket. Oh, also, and I'm only mentioning this because you're usually here in the stream, Mama Rita. A couple other things. Mondays in November. Not going to get the link for this. We're doing a tree skirt, a Christmas tree skirt. This is not a free pattern. This is a paid pattern on Etsy. And I've got about 10 rows. It goes up to 36. So this is a crocheted Christmas tree skirt. Eventually, it's going to have a pineappling motif, like you see in a lot of traditional doilies. It will have, I think, well, not one round, but they'll have one banding of the pineapple. So we're going to be doing that on Mondays in November. So work on this tree skirt. Also, if any midnight, I'm waiting on the 1205, just hoping it takes me a little further down the line. Oh my God. That's Queen of Hearts by Juice Newton. um Thank you, Fairy Dust. Now I have that song in my head. Also, over on the Discord, and I'm not going to pull it up on screen right now, there's a poll for some crocheted angels for Granny Karen to do in December. So if anybody would like to vote on which one she will be doing, do so over there. I will check and see what the consensus is on the 7th of December. So you've got plenty of time for more people to vote. Angel, I want to do it too. Well, yeah, there are 4 different angels over there. Now, that is, and I'll have to find it when I do it. I don't have the link right close by. That is all of those. I think were they from the same? I'll have to double check. I know they originally are the same designer. I don't know if they were in the same booklet, but those are purchase patterns for the angels. They're tree toppers, or you can just use them as table decorations. They will be starched, so I don't think Granny Karen won't be starching it on stream. She'll probably just be stitching it on stream, and then off stream she'll do the starching, because you got to make a form for it. They're recommending like a straw and some like plastic wrap or something to create the cone shape, and then set it on there and do all of that good stuff. So I'll have to get some starch. I'm probably gonna make my own starch solution words. Alrighty, I need to mark off these 2 rows. Oh no, that's, come on. What is the row height? Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Don't mind me, I'm just doing a thing over here, trying to mark off my calendar the right way so I can keep track of everything. Done with the yellow. The orange, we're going to go to yellow. Probably use one of those hard styrofoam craft cones. Yeah, you could use that too. I don't have one. Hey there, Shadow Arch. How are you? Good. I'm pretty good myself. Making some progress on my never ending blanket. I'm going to do the flip. I am now on. Oh, the roll I'm on is August 1st. So we are done 7 months. Yay is right. And August 1st, surprisingly, well, it was in the 70s. It was only 79 degrees. So it wasn't like 70 degrees. But get a little yellow in here. Break up this orange. We were in here talking about candies and stupid regulations, and well, not stupid, but the weird regulations and laws in different countries, and mainly America. Hey there, Carmel. How are you? Happy Sunday, everyone. Hope everyone's having a fantastic weekend overall. Yep, mine's not too bad. What was August 3rd? Just because that happens to be the birthday of a very well-known lot lizard. August 3rd, where I live, was 79. So I'm on August 1st, which is 79. Okay. This is a good example. This is a good example of how the colors can change from one to another, but it's not a drastic temperature change. So the row I'm on right now, this yellow row that I'm doing, was 79. It was 79 on Tuesday the 1st. The next day, on the 2nd, it was 80. So that means it's going to be orange. And then the next day, the 3rd, was 79. So it'll go back to yellow. So it's only 1 degree difference. But just because one is in the 70s, one's the 80s, will change the color. So it's not like, oh, it was a big difference between those 2 days. So that's a good way of showing that how the yes, it's 1 row a day. And I'm doing the moss stitch, also known as the granite stitch, also known as the linen stitch. And early on, when I started this back in January, 2 of my followers were doing it along with me. One was doing it a smaller version for the days or the months that she was pregnant with her daughter. So it's a much smaller blanket. And she had a specific color palette, specific shades for each range. But when we were doing this, we referred to this as the zipper stitch. So this row here is perfect. See how the rows interlock with each other? And it looks like a zipper has been zipped up. So if you've never done the moss stitch before, it's single crochet, chain 1, single crochet, chain 1, and that's the whole thing. But when you do your single crochet, like I'm going to do a single crochet here, I'm not going into a stitch, I'm going into the chain 1 space. So you're not going into a stitch or into the chain, you're just going into the chain 1 space. And that will form that pattern. So you're not really trying to find the stitch, it's that space. And since each row is going about halfway down into the previous row, your overall length of your piece isn't going to be as long. If they were all singles and I'm doing it for a year, it's going to be long. I mean, this is still going to be a little bit long and oversized because I wanted to be a bit oversized. But this is a good stitch for that. And it goes quicker than just all singles. If you've ever made a blanket all in singles, because Clean Miko was making one for someone as a gift, well, they knew about it, and that person wanted all singles, and we all think that Clean Miko was crazy for doing it, but I think she ended up frogging it. But doing it all in singles would take forever. Yes. Even though this is singles, it's also the chains, and it kind of got, that hallelujah got drowned out by my music. Sorry about that, everybody. At least it worked for you, Gary. Works on my computer. I was on your phone before. Oh, okay. Maybe it doesn't work on the phone. I don't know. It should work everywhere. Maybe it's a Twitch thing. I don't know. There's so much to learn with this streaming and all these extra programs and apps. You were over at your friend's house that used to crochet? Oh, nice. But I like this pattern because it has a cool look, and it makes a somewhat dense blanket. But I mean, look, if you can do, you can stretch it. Like you can see the holes in it, so it's not super dense. Still think Cub should attempt a queen size bed using slip stitches and fingering weight yarn. I want to do so. I don't know you that well, Fairy Dust. I want to do something, but I don't want to offend other people, so I won't do that. I so bad want to do a hand gesture towards you. Hands gave out. She does it so does it so often it says more. I got yeah. Oh, I can see how that your hand would wear out. Been doing this for about well, not constantly, but about 20 years, and my I do take breaks. There are a lot of times if I'm not working on a sample, I'm not crocheting at all. But lately, I've been crocheting a lot because all these whips I have and samples I need and testing things out. It's okay. It wouldn't be the first time someone told me I'm number one in their book. Uh, yeah. I am not doing all slip stitches in a fingering weight yarn. I'm not doing all slip stitches in a jumbo yarn, which that's a big, it's not that big, but it's, no, no, thank you. Slip stitches are fine in moderation and for certain effects, not for entire blanket. Mainly because I don't like stitching into a slip stitch. Doing a slip stitch, I'm fine. Working into a slip stitch, it's like working into a chain. I hate it. Alrighty, I'm going to take a quick little break. I'm not even going to switch over to the ad thing, so I'm just going to go and take a quick little break. I need, not that y'all need to know, but I need to visit the little Cubs room. I'll be right back. Alrighty. Whew. I'm back, and wait a minute, where am I? Who am I? What is this? I think we're good. Nightbot just mentioned that I have a merch store. In addition to the merch I have there, I'm trying to come up with some type of merch that is Granny Karen Cakes themed, and I can't think of anything at the moment. I'll have to do some brainstorming. If I knew how to do graphic design, like digital art, possibly do a little avatar thing, but I'm not that good at it. Well, I've never actually done it, so like drawing type of thing. We need to represent Granny Karen. No, the angels are not free. Actually, um, give me 1 second. Okay, there are four different files. Each one, from the seller I got, each one are $1.89 US. So, and they're digital downloads, so they're not expensive. Um, what I'll have to do is I'll have to um in the poll when I get a chance off stream, under that poll, I'll post all of the links to them. I think they're all from the same seller. I think. Yeah, it's from a seller called Vintage Pattern Freak. Again, I don't know them. I've just got the patterns from them. So I will. Yeah, they're all really pretty. Because originally I was just going to find one and do it, and then I saw, oh, there's a whole bunch of them, and I'm like, I couldn't decide. So I'm going to leave it all up to you. And they're all different. Like the wing shapes are all different. But we're only doing one because Granny Karen's got a whole bunch of other, well, four more things planned for the Christmas season, or the holiday season, I should say, because um, let me look at my calendar for her. She did tell me um, what she's doing for the holidays. She's doing a ornament, and it's just not Christmas. I mean, it could be it's not a traditional Christmas pattern or design. It could be, you can use it year round. The angel, there's going to be a bell ornament and then some lacy freestanding trees. So they're not strictly Christmas. They're more holiday, I guess. Maybe the angel might be the most Christmassy, even though other religions have angels too. I'm not religious, so I just thought it was pretty. And everything else we're doing in December, besides temperature blanket and Project Linus, that will still be going on. Everything else that we're doing, 1 week we're gonna have pine tree themed. Things that I'm going to be doing. The following week we're going to have gnomes, and the week after that will be snowmen. So again, all of those aren't strictly Christmas things. Those are seasonal things. Yes. Actually, my stream started, I don't think it was the very first thing I streamed, but it was one of the early streams. I made these cute, adorable gnome ornaments out of yarn. And that video is on my YouTube channel. They're super easy to make and super cute. And that is actually where the origin of Sad Green comes from. I was working the gnome, making the gnome, and I was using this green yarn for part of him for his hat. And Nora Fairy, one of my followers, referred to this color as being sad looking. So this is dubbed Sad Green. And ever since then, so almost a year, it's been sitting on my desk here. And it is my pincushion, because I don't have an actual pincushion. And that is the origin of Sad Green. Came from a gnome. The hat of a gnome. But yeah. Gnomes are fun. But that gnome ornament was not crocheted. And I don't have one close at hand. And I don't have a picture of it. I wasn't saving pictures of everything back then like I do now. Alrighty. Let's see. I can mark off that. That's got that. And now we're back to orange for one row. Because again, that day here, this yellow was 79. Then it was a row that was 80, and then back to 79. I think last year, Grammy has a fake potted Christmas tree that lights up that you can. It's like in an urn that you can put on your front porch or even in the house or whatever. And last year she made a hat for it and like a faux fur nose and beard and put it on it, and it was a little gnome. Well, it wasn't little. It was, I think the tree's about 4 feet tall. think it was last year. I'll have to see if I can rustle up a picture of that gnome. I think pictures were taken. Additionally, after the holidays, we're going to be doing our bunch of our other craft. What do you call it? Crafts, fiber arts. I'm excited to get into doing some embroidery and some cross stitch. Still gonna test out my setup for that with my frame. And I want to learn how to tat. Traveling Tatter has inspired me, and Llama, who comes in here, Llama has learned how to tat, and she's posted some pictures on Tatter's Discord, and she's doing pretty good over there. So done with the first hand. Yay! Yay for progress. You sent pics in the Discord? Okay. Give me 1 second. I need to stretch my fingers anyway. So let's see here. Oh, okay. Actually, Krusty had said that he had posted an updated pic of the wood burning of the nun. So let's show that first. Sorry that if anybody gets scared, that was a little quick jump scare of the nun. So he's making progress. He's working on the hood or the habit. I think that's what it's called. So getting there. And then here is Sue's hand for her SpongeBob costume. Very, very cool. Is that? I'm assuming that's like a upholstery foam. Kind of what it looks like to me. I would end up slipping and cutting off one of those fingers, one of their fingers, not my fingers, and I just have a whole bunch of mess. I'd have just pieces everywhere. And then we have another picture. And we have more. Oh, that's the first one. Yep, you got a hand on. So since you have one hand on, I'm going to give you a hand. I know. Just like Fairy Dust, I'm a dork too. I don't even know if Fairy Dust is still here. Stu said that she's going to be SpongeBob. Now the second one. Well, you got the first one done, so you know how to do the second one. blind guessing, so we'll see how it goes. Well, yeah. Well, like I said, you have the first one. You can kind of use the first one as a guide to help you with the second one. I've done things like that, not sculpting it out of the foam or whatever, but I've done other types of projects. I was like, okay, let's wing it on the first one. I was like, oh, that's not that bad. So I would use it as like a prototype or a model or something to make multiple ones. I guess it's the same thing with pattern design. If you're designing a pattern of anything, regardless of what it is, once you get it down, and then you can use that to help you replicate it. Surprisingly, sitting here with this blanket on me right now is not that warm. Probably because I got this fan right on me. I got my fingies. Why am I stitching and making the hook come out of the loop? Was doing so well there. And it's literally the same yarn as the yellow. It's not like it's a different, actually the same yarn as the red too. Hey there, Clay Miko. Oh, and thank you for the hydrate. How are you doing, Clay Miko? How's everything? And thank you for popping in. I know you're on your vacation at the moment. And I like that little raccoon emote. We'll talk later. Want to drop in and say hi? Okay, I'm glad you did. Hope you guys are all having fun. Tell the little one in North Ferry I said hi. Getting the end of this row, then I go back to the yellow for 2 rows. I'm stitching into that last stitch. Okay. Back to the yellow. Fairy dust is here. I'm working on your birthday right now. Can't seem to make these stitches. Not the first time I've crocheted. How does it do that? I'm not turning the hook enough, and okay, now we can flip. Yeah, I still have to take progress picture of this. Your wife trying to get me to find Greek honey? Like searching through lamb. I've never heard of Greek honey. I've heard of clover honey. I've heard of there's a type of honey, I think it's from New Zealand called Manuka honey. It's used in a lot of wound care because it's supposed to have some antibacterial and skin like properties that are good for your skin and wounds. Comes from Greece. It's supposed to help with rashes. Okay. So it might be similar to Manuka honey. It's called Manuka honey because the bees that produce it feed off of a tree called the Manuka tree. I used to work at a large nationwide pharmacy, and they had a bunch of gauze and bandages that were impregnated with Manuka honey. It's expensive. But yeah, I didn't know Greek honey was a thing. I've heard of Greek yogurt. You can get it as a prescription. And the flowers that the bees pollinate can greatly affect the taste of the honey. I've heard that goldenrod honey is bitter and disgusting. But obviously, we all know about clover honey because that's widely available. Yes, honey does have antibacterial properties to it. All right, we're going to have another ad here in about a little less than a minute. It's going to run a minute long. Try not to have long ad breaks. I space them once an hour. Alrighty. Everybody, take a little stretch break if you're crafting along. Get something to drink. Use the restroom. Get something to snack on. I'll be back in about a minute. Alrighty. Welcome back, everybody. Um, for those that are interested in the Discord and under the poll for the angels, I did post the links to the patterns for those 4 angels. So if anybody wants to do them on their own, those are the links. Those are digital downloads. They're only $1.89 US per each. So each one is $1.89. Close that out. So I know Mama Rita had asked about that. So whatever one wins, if the one that you voted on didn't win, or even if it did, and you want to make one or 2 or all 4, those are the links. They're from a what is it called? Just they are from a seller called, what's the shop's name? I just said it. Vintage Pattern Freak. They have other patterns on there, knitted and crocheted garments. There's a lot of stuff from like the 60s and 70s and 80s. They have some macrame plant hangers, all different types of things. So lots of vintage patterns, not doilies or not a lot of the vintage stuff that Granny Karen does. There's a lot of sweaters over there. Again, not affiliated with them. Something that I stumbled across and it's always good to have lots of resources. And of those four angels, I kind of have my favorite, but I'm not going to tell you what it is. I don't want to sway the vote. But yeah, voting will be open until 7th of December. So you've got a little over an entire month. And that's when I will check to see the results. And I should say, I'll see the results and then I will let Granny Karen know. Because I keep forgetting that I'm not doing it. She will be doing the angel. I'm to the end of this row. I got one more row that's yellow. The links for the merch don't work for mobile. Hmm. Um. Does that one work? I'm not certain if Teespring has a searchable. Yeah, that's weird because all I did was I copied the link here from the chat and just repasted it. That's weird. Yeah, I don't know if Teespring has like a searchable database of all of their user stores. But yeah, I haven't added anything new to the store in a while. I just have the t-shirts, the water bottles, and the accessory pouches in those three different designs. Again, I need to come up with some type of design for Granny Karen, but I don't know what I'm going to use. I got to try my hand at trying to possibly draw. That's funny if you know me. Hey there, what a yarnaholic. How are you? How are you doing? I'm being eaten alive by my temperature blanket. It's literally, and you can't see this because the green screen and everything. I have it rolled up because I am now working on Friday, August 4th. And I started this for January 1st. So I have it all rolled up so it's manageable. But it's wide, it's a queen size, and it's literally wrapped all the way around me. It's like I've got this inner tube, an acrylic inner tube. Well, there you can see it. Yeah, the whole thing. This is one end, and here's the other. Yeah. So it's the only way I can work on it, because if not, I'm literally being devoured by this blanket. Somebody had a bright idea to do a temperature blanket that's a queen size. So you're working on knitting a cardigan. Nice. Um, that's another. Well, I don't really. I know how to knit, but I don't really knit. I know how to do the stitches, but I've never knitted anything, and I'm very, very rusty at it. That's something I'm going to be doing in the new year. Is getting better at knitting. And I've been wanting to make a cardigan. Fairy Dust, one of my mods, found a pattern, and I still haven't started it. This is one of 8 whips I currently have. And do I really want a 9th? But it's a cardigan, and I want a cardigan for the cool weather. Plus, I got whips for commission pieces. Some of my whips are for here on stream, like what I'm doing now. But I've never made a sweater before, knitted or crocheted. Like I said, I've never knitted a project. I just did a little sample or a little swatch just to learn. Still have those socks that I have to get back to. Last time I did anything with that was back in April. One mod was nice enough to give me some yarn that she couldn't work with at the time. It's really pretty yarn, and I'd always wanted to make a pair of socks. I got part of it done, and it's just one sock. Part of one sock. I don't even have a full finished sock. But if you're working on a cardigan, if you have any pictures of anything you're working on or have finished in the past, feel free to drop it in the Discord. The link to the Discord is !Discord. And we share a bunch of those. I usually wait until I have a bunch of them before we do the share. We shared a little earlier. Hand-dyed yarn is expensive, yes. Well, rightfully so, because all the work that goes into dyeing the yarn. Same thing with hand-spun yarn. There's a lot of steps that are involved. Plus, you're also using, usually, a natural fiber. So, we have to factor in all of that. I don't know if everybody follows let me check something here. I don't know if everybody follows So Royal. I will shout her out. She's been in my stream a couple times. Occasionally I'll pop into hers. I don't always get a chance. There you go. She's a streamer. She dyes a lot of yarn, and she has her own shop. You can purchase her yarn. A lot of other streamers here have purchased some of her yarns. They're gorgeous, gorgeous colors. Very tight budget. It's hard for me to get a hand. Yeah. Oh, I've never owned hand dyed yarn myself. Most of the stuff I have is acrylic, big box store. I do have some natural fibers besides cotton. You can get cotton at the big box store and a wool blend. But I do have some merino wool. That's the actually I got a cake of it here. This is the yarn that Clean Miko had given me. It's a weight of 1. It's mostly merino. There's a little bit of sparkle in it. And she got this at Hobby Lobby, actually, back in the early spring. They were having a big clearances, or they were doing like a reset, changing up all their yarns. And she got 4 of these for a really good price. She realized she couldn't work with something that thin at the time. She's gotten to do some thinner yarns now. So she gave me these. So I started a sock with this, and it's still sitting there in my project bag. But that's mostly merino wool. I do have a cake, and I can see it, but I can't reach it at the moment. It is a large cake. It's a blend of acrylic and alpaca. It's super pretty and super soft. I have no idea what I'm going to use it for. Something that needs a lot of, that would require drape. Mama Fader hand dyes. Yes. Yes. That was the other one. Mama Fader does hand dyed. Thank you. Thank you for that. Check them out. I've been in their stream a couple times. So does Ship Yarn? I'm not familiar with Ship Yarn. Oh, oh, does she ship yarn? Okay. Yeah, both So Royal and Mama Fader do. They both ship. And they are both streamers here on Twitch. Oh, Ship Yarn is a streamer. Okay. Oh, I'm not familiar with them. I thought you were asking, does she ship yarn? Well, even though I don't know them, I will take your word for it because Ninder Girl, you are in other streamers. Is it SHIPYARN? Yes, it is. Okay, I'm going to shout them out too. And you know what? Since I shouted them out, I need to go over to their stream and I'm going to give them a follow. Because that is what we do here in Makers and Crafters. We help other streamers. I've been throwing out the shout outs like crazy tonight. I also got the new, well, it's not new, it's new to me, the new shout out command thingy. It's a lot easier. And it gives the little emote thing with the go check them out and all that type of good stuff. Catch everyone's attention. Wish I could help you do the shout out. No, I understand. Actually, Knitter Girl, since you've been in my stream a lot recently and have been enabling the commands for the Discord and the merch and the YouTube and the this and the that, I'm going to ask you here. I mean, I should ask you one on one, but I'm going to ask you here. Would you want to be a mod? If not, that's okay. I mean, you're doing a lot of mod duties as it is. But I know you mod in a lot of other streams. I don't want to overload you. Sure, okay. Let me see if I can do it here. I got to do it in the other thing. I'll have to do it when I'm off stream. Actually, you know what? Let me do it here. Let's roles managers. I can easily do it here. Think that's how you. Yeah, that's how you do it. Moderator. Save. Okay, you should be mod now. If I spelled your name right. Funny if I gave mods. Yeah, I spelled it right. If I gave a mod to somebody else. But yeah, I appreciate that. All the help that you've done recently. Yep, you got the little sword next to your name. And I don't expect you to be on top of everything. It's Do what you can. You posted a lot of stuff? Oh, okay. Well, when I get to the end of this row, I got to change color. And when we do that, I we will do the thing, the Discord thing. That this is actually going to work out perfectly. I'm going to get to the end of this row and I need to mark off my calendar for all the rows that I'm doing. We will do the Discord share. And then after that, we will find somebody to rate out because I've been streaming for 3.5 hours. Normally, I can do about 2 hours. I really want to work my way up to stream much longer than that. But I'm getting a little tired. I'm getting hungry, and it's been hours since I've had anything to eat. So I think that's what we'll do. We will finish this row, a couple more stitches, and this is August 4th we finished. So we started with the red here. So we did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We got 9 rows done tonight. Might not sound like a lot, but this is a very wide blanket. So, plus I've been running my mouth the whole time, and we did the Discord thing and showed off our cute little samples for tomorrow. Okay. Let me move this. It's only halfway done and it's super heavy already. Alrighty, here. We're going to go and do the thing over in the thing. Oh, wow. Wow, 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 wow. Wow, 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 wow. You were not lying. You did add a lot to the Discord. And I appreciate that. That's great. I love seeing all the things and the things. Alrighty. So here, this is the beginning of the stuff that What a Yarnaholic has posted. Crocheting this stripy beret. Need to get some more skeins of the colors I'm using when I can afford them, but that shouldn't take too long. Oh wow. I love the that purple. It's like almost like a grape color to me. That's what it's reading to me as grape. This purple color. And this blue looks like a navy. Your stitches are so even and perfect. I love it. It's gonna look great. Wait, is this done? You said it's a beret. Is this done brim inward? Okay, well, yeah, I guess you could do it that way. Usually, well, I've only ever done 1 or 2 hats, and I think they started in the center. I guess you could start on the outside. Very pretty. And here's another picture of it. Oh, I see what it is. Okay, it's a beret. Duh, it's like 2 thicknesses. Okay. Duh. You got the brim, and then you got okay. I'm not thinking right. It's gonna look great when it's done. Thank you for that. Oh, tiny pumpkins. Oh, we always love the tiny pumpkins. We did some larger pumpkins a few weeks ago here on the stream. Much larger. Cute little pumpkin. Oh, I love how you did your stem. And the cute little leaf. Cute little pumpkin. Bunch of solid color berets. Wow, you've got a lot. Do you sell these? Got like this grayish, blackish one. And that's the inside where you put your head. The Crafty Club knows how a beret works. We got this pinky purplish colored one. Yeah, and your stitches are like perfect. When I was younger, I used to wear berets a lot. That's a pretty green. That is a pretty green, almost like a light forest green. It's not really a forest green, but it's a little bit lighter. It looks like there's like hints of yellow in it. Even though there's no yellow, it has that lighter tones. Let's see what else we got. Oh, we got like a pumpkin-y or a terracotta colored one. Yeah. Do you sell these? Because if you sell these, and if you have like like an online store, feel free to post the link to it in the if you want to post it in the Discord or here in the chat. Also, links are open. Okay, that's the first one. That was like the charcoal gray one. Made this knitted anchor summer shirt for your mom. I remember seeing this in someone else's stream, in someone else's stream slash Discord, and I don't remember which one it is. And we probably all belong to the same Discords, so you'll see a lot of the same things in the Discord. So I remember when you posted this. I can't remember which one I saw this in, but I definitely remember this. That is a gorgeous color yarn. That's like a greenish bluish color. And there's your mom wearing it. I love the stitch pattern up here around the top and on the cuffs and the hem. And there's the back. Yeah, that is very pretty. See here. Knitting an altar cloth. Oh, wow. More pretty yarn. More pretty yarn. Yeah, this knitting here with the four double pointed needles. Um, Again, I only know how to knit, do the knit stitch and the purl stitch with just two straight needles. I've never used a double pointed needle. I've never used a circular needle. This just like confuses me. I mean, I understand why you have all of that, so you can do the stitches all the way around in like a circle, but it's just like that's boggling my mind with all those needles. But it's gonna be pretty. Like, yeah, the colors are very pretty. And there's the pattern. I like how the transition, how kind of just like it looks like it's not speckled, but it kind of just like fades into the next. Okay. Got more from her. Virgo icon zodiac square. Wow. There's Intarsha, just like Lumberjack's lady was doing. So you can do all these pictures in knitting. I wouldn't even know where to begin. Wouldn't know where to begin with this. And Tarsha with crochet gave me a major headache. I can only imagine here in knitting. Made this dog toy for my sister's mini pitty. Ruby, needless to say, she approves. Aww. Aww. Cute little toy and cute little puppy. Yeah, I think Ruby approves. You made a bear bucket hat in case I stream and I ever get a hype train. Yay for the bear bucket hat. You know what? I might have to steal this idea since I am the crafty cub. I might have to steal this idea. And hype trains, I know of hype trains. I'm not really certain how they really work since I'm relatively new to streaming. So I'll have to figure that out. And yeah, I might have to steal this idea. V-neck, home, sweater for me. Yeah, you make a lot of stuff. Yeah, you definitely make a lot of stuff. Those are pretty colors. I think I remember seeing this picture too. I really like the color blocking on this sweater. You do great work. Thank you very much for let me move this out of the way. For sharing all of that. What a yarn-aholic. I appreciate all of it, and I love seeing all the creative things that everyone does. Hype trains are when you got a lot of bits and subs, acts like gifts, and okay. Yeah, I've seen it in other people's streams. I've never had one of those before. Alrighty, so I think we are going to switch over to this screen, and I don't. Oh, example, like gift subs and regular subs. Gotcha. Let's see. I know who we're going to go stream out to. Somebody who I've been in their stream a couple times. I've never stream out to. I've never raided to them before. Actually, we're not even ready for the raid yet. What am I talking about? Getting ahead of myself. Slow my roll. Alrighty, so before I leave, we are going to do our little thing. Let me move the keyboard again. Again, I will be on tomorrow night at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we're going to make our cute little Frankenstein. Thank you for the gong, Gary. We're going to make our cute little Frankenstein candy pouch. And you can put more than just candy in here. You could put whatever goodies you want. So it's cute. Be perfect for party favors, a Halloween themed party. And give them out to all of your attendees. You can do them in different colors. Like this is a free pattern from Anchor Crafts. They recommend it or show samples in the green and also in a violet. And why is this? The camera plays tricks with color. This is like to me, it looks like a sour apple green in person. It's not really showing up like that. It's very muted on camera. So we're going to be doing this tomorrow night. And I'm going to teach you how to do it. So with that being said, now I will be on tomorrow at 6. Everybody check out the YouTube channel. All of my streams get posted on there when I'm done streaming. You can go back and watch previous streams. Got about 150 some streams, and you can go back all the way to the beginning and see the origin of Sad Green. You can see where that originated when I did a gnome ornament. We just showed Discord, so we're gonna give the link for the Discord. Check out the Discord. Join the community over there. Post things like what a yarn-aholic has done. We like seeing everybody's foes and whips, whatever art form, craft, your interest, whatever it should be. We got a growing Discord over there. I'm adding channels as we go. One of the latest ones is recipes. So if anybody has a yummy recipe that they want to share, post it over there. I posted Grammy's recipe that she found for 3-layer lemon velvet cake with lemon cream cheese frosting. And yes, It is as good as it sounds. It's actually even better than it sounds. So, take a look at that. Again, post recipes, even if it's something simple, even if you don't cook, even if it's just mixing 3 or 4 different ingredients and stirring it together and it's done. That's fine too. Um, Gave you a follow on YouTube. Your username is 12 almond 1. Okay, thank you. I appreciate that. Appreciate the follow. I also have a merch store. That's another way to support my stream here, besides subs and bits and all of that good stuff. And by supporting the stream, you also get something in return. You can get a t-shirt just like this. If you too are a proud dirty hooker like I am, you can get a shirt like this, except your lettering won't be black, which I have to do something to the lettering to show up. I've got 2 dirty hooker designs over there, plus I have a crochet term word cloud design. So it's all the words that are crocheting yarn terms, just all thrown together in a word cloud. So if you don't want to show off that you're a dirty hooker, that might be an option too for you. So I have them in t-shirts, 32-ounce stainless steel water bottles, which keep beverages cold for a long time, for about 24 hours, according to Grammy. And she's also said that it could hold an average bottle of wine. Keep that in mind. So if you are a drunk dirty hooker, it's got a little flip-up little spout and a straw, and you won't end up spilling your wine on your yarn and staining things. I also have zippered pouches, accessory pouches to put your hooks, your dirty hooks, your stitch markers, your scissors, your notions, or whatever. And all of those designs, the Proud Dirty Hooker designs and the crochet term designs, are in all 3 items. I'm trying to come up with a design idea for Granny Karen, so Granny Karen can have some merch also. And I'm also considering finding other items to put into the merch store. Been talking a lot. So I think we're going to go raid. Before we raid, I'm going to get the raid call. And let me find where I have my raid calls. So this first raid call is for anybody who is a follower. All followers can use that raid call. So when you join the raid, copy your that raid call, and then you can post it into the channel that we're going to go and raid, and to let them know that you are from the Crafty Cub and you are also a dirty hooker. If you are a subscriber to my stream, this is the raid call for subs. So subs get that raid call. Alrighty, we're going to go and raid a variety crafter. I know they crochet. They might do other stuff too. I've been in their stream a few times. I have never raided to them before. They were part of Dinosaur Stream Fest yesterday. They were working on, if I can spell this, they were working on, I don't know if they're working on it tonight. I know they're streaming. Let me see how long they have been streaming for tonight. Let me click over here. They've been going for about 1.5 hours. So I'm assuming they're going to go longer. They are doing some crocheted ghosts. Alrighty. So we're going to go and raid D-Tech Magic, also known as Tech. So everybody copy your raid calls, join the raid, show them some love. Oh, they were making this big, huge dinosaur yesterday. This big, huge, it's like the size of a toddler. But they're not working on that tonight. So everybody join the raid, the raid, stick around for the raid, copy the raid calls, show them some love. And I will talk to you all tomorrow night for me and Frank. Me and Frank will come and spend time with you. Or you come spend time with me and Frank, I should say. So, everybody, have a good evening. Stick around for the raid. I appreciate everybody that is here and everybody that has shared and has joined in with the community and everybody who has lurked and all that good stuff. And I'm rambling. Alrighty, so everybody have a good evening. I will talk to you tomorrow.